The son of NBA superstar LeBron James is recovering in a hospital after he went into cardiac arrest during a basketball workout yesterday. According to a spokesperson for the James family, 18-year-old Bronny James is out of the intensive care unit and in stable condition.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. What separates us from the animals? What separates us from the communists? What separates us from the people who really hate this country and hate you, hate me, hate like any good thing that happens in this place because they hate themselves, ultimately. Hurt people hurt people. What separates us is that we actually, they cheer on bad things happening to us. That's why they cheer on the BLM riots. That's why they cheer on the lockdowns. That's why they cheer on Antifa. They want bad things to happen to the people they disagree with. I don't. That separates us from the people with no souls. Okay? So I want to start this clip by saying I don't wish any pain or suffering on anybody, no matter what they do. I disagree with LeBron James on probably everything. LeBron James said that Trump voters wasn't educated. LeBron James simps for China. LeBron James totally turns his back on the First Amendment in favor of Chinese-style censorship. There are a lot of things I disagree with LeBron James on. I will not wish any ill on him or his family in this horrible, horrible news that his son is now hospitalized because of a cardiac arrest. What the hell is going on right now? LeBron James's son, his name's Bronny, suffers cardiac arrest at USC practice. He's an accomplished athlete. He's 18 years old, and he's playing basketball for USC in Los Angeles for the Trojans, and he suffered a cardiac arrest, and then he had to go to the hospital. I believe he's in the hospital currently. Monday, while practicing, Bronny James suffered a cardiac arrest, the James family said. Here's photos of the James family there. And, man, let's read. Medical staff were able to treat Bronny and take him to the hospital. He is now in stable condition, no longer in the ICU. He was in the ICU? We asked for respect and privacy at the time. Okay, fine. Yeah. Bronny was rushed to the hospital after a 911 call was made at 9:26 in the morning. From the Galen Center, where the USC team practices, Bronny is 18. He is a four-star recruit. After starring in Sierra Canyon High School, where LeBron James lives, here's a photo of him in the All-American uniform there. Clearly a good ball player and somebody who's, you know, deserves his shot at a great career, follow his father, whatever, right? Whatever. Again, what separates us from the other side is that I don't wish ill on anyone, even if they disagree with me politically, even if you know, you could argue that you could score political points on something. I don't want ill towards anybody. I love my fellow Americans no matter who they are, okay? But check this out. Dude, the 911 dispatcher said that this 18-year-old healthy athlete, peak performance athlete, son of one of the most famous athletes in world history, was unconscious before he was taken to the ambulance into the hospital. He's completely unconscious. I mean, that's really scary stuff. This was a code 3, according to TMZ, which signifies emergency teams arriving at the scene with ambulance lights and sirens screaming. Bronny, the oldest son of James, is entering his freshman year at USC, and he announced his commitment to play for the Trojans on Instagram. So there you go. And here he is. They're playing with his dad's shoes, and here's the announcement of him playing for USC. Damar Hamlin, who collapsed during an NFL game, says that he's praying for the entire process. We still have no idea why Damar Hamlin, who is a safety in the NFL playing for the Buffalo Bills, collapsed and nearly died on the field of something similar to a cardiac arrest. He was asked about it and said he doesn't want to talk about it. Well, what the hell is that about? You don't want to talk about it, man. This is important. Young athletes are seem to be suffering a great deal in this country. Stephen Smith, one of the more prominent professional talkers and actors on ESPN, had a horrifying take to this, saying that he's just terrified for young athletes. Check it out.
Hear that, it scares you to death, because these are the kind of things that are an anomaly, but nevertheless are incredibly possible. And so You know, when you hear about this, anything we've heard about Bronny James, we're thinking about an All-American. We're thinking about somebody that obviously has aspirations of being in the NBA. We've heard the great LeBron James allude to wanting to play. His dream is to play in the NBA with his son, et cetera, et cetera. And all of that gets thrown to the wayside when it comes to something like this, because if you know anything about LeBron James, anything at all, you can say whatever you want. People could be critical. People could say whatever they want. But nobody debates what a wonderful, loving father he is and how much he loves his children, especially Bronny. We see Bronny everywhere. We see him talking about Bronny all the time. His wonderful wife and the mother, and Bronny's mother, Savannah, first class all the way, just a wonderful human being. They've got a great, great family. And Bronny has never, ever done anything to besmirch or sully the James name in any way. He, by all accounts, inspired and ultimately come to the rescue. And we don't know how. It's cardiac arrest, so obviously it's serious, but we don't know the intricate details. I'm just thankful, thank the good Lord, that he's doing okay, and that whatever caused this is something they will identify and alleviate as soon as possible.
So that's the ultimate line right there. The ultimate line right there from Stephen A. Smith is we should investigate what actually caused this. There's a lot of speculation online, including, but not limited to, Elon Musk, who's making a lot of news for this tweet. We cannot ascribe everything to the vaccine, but by the same token, we cannot ascribe nothing. Myocarditis is a known side effect. The only question is whether it is rare or common. So what is backing up Elon Musk with this assertion that myocarditis is a known side effect? Well, the World Health Organization, for one. I am at the WHO.int website, the official WHO website, COVID-19 subcommittee for WHO, updated guidance regarding myocarditis and pericarditis as reported with COVID-19 vaccines. Essentially, this we encourage you to go read it. This study states that there is a potential side effect when reviewing the initial reports of mild myocarditis following the COVID-19 vaccines. Myocarditis is the inflammation of the heart muscle. Pericarditis is the inflammation of the lining that surrounds the heart. They can lead to serious illness. They are often mild and responded to conservative treatment. So who is the World Health Organization referencing here in all of their references? We looked through their references for saying that there is a mild risk of myocarditis with the COVID-19 vaccine, specifically for young men, which is what they say in this. Where do they get that? What are they citing there? Well, they're actually citing our own CDC. Here's the CDC.gov, Centers for Disease Control, CDC considerations, myocarditis and pericarditis as a receipt of the COVID-19 vaccine among young adults, specifically males. So this is what our CDC is saying and potentially warning against. Cases of myocarditis and pericarditis, I'm reading to you from the CDC, have occurred most frequently in adolescents and young males within 7 days after receiving the second dose of the mRNA COVID vaccine. However, cases have been observed after dose 1 and booster doses. So these are data from the clinical trials, and you're welcome to read more about it here at cdc.gov, along with the NIH, National Institutes of Health, publishing here the rise of COVID-19 vaccine and myocarditis stories. These are all linked to by the World Health Organization. I found this actually very, very helpful in looking through what myocarditis is and what pericarditis is, and coming down here to the conclusions of this. You can find this again at the NIH website, nih.gov here. mRNA vaccines have saved billions of lives, and so forth. However, there is a growing evidence to suggest a causal relationship between mRNA vaccines and myocarditis, as demonstrated in the case, which cannot be ignored, it says. So this is what they say, and they say that the mRNA vaccine platform is a very important platform into the future, so we need more funding to understand the mechanisms here. So that's what they're saying. What does your boy Benny say? Here's what I say. Hi, I'm not a doctor. I'm a simple man of 37 years who pays attention to trends. I'm here to tell you that it is not normal for thousands of healthy teenage athletes to be collapsing, and some are dying from cardiac arrest and from heart problems. Now ask why. And it falls to the people who are in charge to ask why. I, for one, do not want to see LeBron James' son, or any daughter, anyone, collapsing or falling over, these healthy young men and women, or unhealthy, all of them. I don't want to see anyone harmed or hurt. I don't care who you are. I don't want to score political points. There's things more important in life, and our morals and our values, of course, are those things. And so we wish the James family prayers and condolences in these times, and a speedy recovery. And we wish for there to be an investigation as to why this happened to this healthy, peak performance young athlete. Who didn't deserve this, right? And this is not normal. So let's get some answers. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.